that time of the year when in these fields there is the rice again. It is probably one of my favorite places to come, and I've been filming this place so many times with a drone, without a drone, just walking around this place. And this is only one time a year when there's a rice growing. The rest of the year it's a corn. As you know, the corn is not that photogenic. So I decided to come here, and then I saw this one. There'd never been a bridge across this river, but because there are so many rains this year, so they decided to build one. Okay, let's go and check it out. In many of my episodes you see these clips filmed by drones. Sorry, I'm looking down because it's really narrow, and you always have to think about how you're walking here because it's kind of slippery. And then another day, it's actually the DJI announced that they are releasing the new drone, FPV drone. So FPV means it's first person view. That means that's those drones which you flying with the goggles. That means originally all this comes, the FPV comes from the racing drones, and you've seen it from these videos where they're flying through the really narrow places. There is a kind of distance they have to fly. There's a kind of elements they have to do during this fly. And then some filmmakers decided that it would be cool actually to film something with the FPV drones, because then it looks like more like you flying a real airplane chasing some cars, and you can get really close and nice footage. And I've been actually thinking about these drones for a while because that footage looks really bizarre, really crazy. Feels like you're sitting in that drone and flying it together with it. But I'm the kind of the person, you know, that all the FPV drones actually are built by parts, and then you put it all together. Just imagine how it would look like if I would fly not with a normal drone around here, but like flying through the, like flying really low around these pads, and then up again, then doing like a flip, and then down again. Would be amazing. But yeah, so now it became like a kind of easier to do it. Now you can just buy it, and it's in its different modes. You can use as a normal drone, you can use as a FPV drone, like a racing drone.
Unlike anything else, introducing DJI FPV. The world's first ready-to-fly FPV drone that lets users of any skill level feel the thrill of immersive flight. We've also revolutionized the FPV experience by creating the DJI Motion Controller, a compact device that enables ultra-intuitive flight based purely on hand motions.
As long there will be better times, I will definitely buy one and will provide you with a really insane footage. You know, when I'm talking about this drone and people start thinking about how much costs this drone, do you really need it? For example, some famous YouTubers giving out hundreds and millions of dollars for random people who just participate in a simple challenge, like you have to hold the hand on the pile of the money, and the last one who will take the hand off will get this $1 million. And at the same time, there are a lot of people in the world who will do the same and maybe even harder things and harder challenges for only $100, right? Or $1,000. But that's the thing, is actually you cannot blame these people who's doing these challenges. It's not honest. That probably they earn this money and they can do with this money whatever they want. We are not the judges who can say it's wrong or right. It's actually these people's decision, and there will always be someone who will starve and someone who will be really rich. I remember I did a swim, my first swim in the Philippines, and someone of my friends posted about that in Latvian magazine, and then immediately there were people who said, oh, he's wasting money and wasting energy and resources. Better he would donate the money for those in need. You did nothing, but you're judging others. I think the biggest challenge in our lives is to not count other people's money. Everybody says, I want to be rich. If someone doesn't say, they think about that, but definitely everybody wants to have this comfort having money. I remember when I bought my drone, everybody immediately started to say, oh, you buy a toy. Yes, it's a toy, but there's a purpose I bought this toy. Now you're watching my videos and you're looking at these things, and I can transfer all the feelings and the landscape of any places I'm going around with the help of this drone. So now, like, let's say 3 years later, because I bought my first drone 3 years ago, when it was still something new, now everybody have a drone and now it became a norm. A lot of people will not agree with me, and that's your right. Probably you are looking at all these things from different perspective. The same thing is also about my life here. When I'm saying that I'm kind of struggling because there's no job, all the borders are closed, and no one really believes me that I can have problems here living in Bali, because you're living in a paradise. You have an ocean and sun, and you can go diving and you can go swimming. So where is the problem, right? Because you're looking from the perspective that you saving the money to go out on these holidays. Same thing is also, we are living here and everybody says, oh, that's so cheap to live in Asia. It's cheap if you earn money outside of the Philippines or Indonesia or Bali, whatever, right? But if you're living and earning money here, it's completely different story. And that's something people will never understand. I'm not even trying to explain you that. I'm just talking about. By the way, Indonesia Minister of Tourism announced that they're going to open the border soon. We'll see how it's going, because they finally understood that people are struggling. And if it will happen in the next few months, I will be super happy. I know a lot of you will be also really happy, because finally you will be able to go for the holidays, and we will be really happy to meet you here. Wish you a really good evening. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, follow on Instagram and Facebook, and see you tomorrow again. Bye.